I've waited your 4 days. All returns to silence. Caravan rebut them.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil left the academia.
Nabil, what are you doing here?
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Rebot, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. And this should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the academia once they're cleared.
Where do you put them? You don't exactly have a prison. What's the situation? What's happened these last few days?
The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, I can say with confidence that this case is finally coming to an end.
Huzzah!
At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight.
Of course they were.
They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth.
As they would.
However,
Protect their own skins and all
word is
that.
that someone crossed the desert and took out their main camp overnight.
Ooh, ghosts I know.
After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill.
And? Then what happened?
Well, then we received word that Taj Radkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks.
Ha, smart.
The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the academia,
That's
but
because
still
you
failed to escape.
Super slow.
The scattered criminals were captured all across Sumeru.
Dragged
A
your feet.
mysterious person who had defeated the mercenary groups. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up
I
recently.
still don't really think you have the manpower to hold 300 people imprisoned. But you do.
So that's the end of it. Catching everyone on the list means no more smuggling canned knowledge and no more victims.
In this particular instance, sure.
It was a lot of work, but Paimon thinks we accomplished something big.
That's right. Thanks again for your assistance. As for the mysterious person who hit the mercenary camp, that must be Sino, right? He's the only one I can think of who could accomplish such a feat.
I mean, I could, but I didn't really have the incentive to do so.
Speaking of which, have you been in touch with Sino these days? I think I just saw him when I was on watch nearby.
He said to meet him here.
He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Intrigue.
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful too. Don't let any of those bad guys escape.
What do you mean, someone you don't know?
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the academia anytime. Farewell then.
Bye. Find Sino. Well, he's coming back at the board, isn't he? Nope, he's sitting down having a drink.
Trying to single-handedly bring
Oops.
300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating.
Why is he in the desert?
But I can assure you this is certainly not the best solution.
Well, too bad. He did it.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation.
I'm gonna assume we're not alluding to the Il Dottore.
Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Murtada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests. This makes me angry.
As well it should.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly.
There is no mud,
and
it's a
disperse
desert.
pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps
we're going
these
into the
days, but maybe you
forest.
will and can help me collect more testing data.
Sino! Tainari! Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here to see Sino?
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Semin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Sino, relax.
I think you said that to his face.
You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG?
Oh wow, a bit heavy-handed with the
Colin has
advertising.
always been a little wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
Because the Genius Invocation TCG is coming. Is it the next update? It's coming very, very soon, so that's a very heavy-handed ad.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement.
I wish the music would be
She
quieter
still
during
made many
cutscenes.
mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her.
Nah.
Her condition seems to be improving lately, so I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving a video forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep an eye on her.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidya Forest. Take care.
Bye.
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
Well, of course, my name has not been put out there.
But what about you, Sino?
It's still not time for me to rest yet.
You're too young for that, sir.
Those who died have fulfilled their wishes. But those who are alive must continue pressing forward. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. His words were not empty. People do change. And no belief can completely resist the erosion of time. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little further. That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage from my example, just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner.
Who was your partner? I'm a little confused. Taj was your superior. He was your teacher. Who was your partner? I hope it'll make you happy, Sano.
I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know.
Couldn't tell.
There are many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them.
Well, if you ever need a sympathetic ear, probably don't call on me. No, you can call the Traveler whenever you want.
Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. But I didn't share details with anyone. I'd prefer to avoid revealing the location of the Court of Desolation.
Good.
One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
I mean, I'm happy to do so, but just so you know, plants don't grow out of sand. They need some dirt. Alrighty. Story quest number 2 complete. I've pretty much already made my feelings on this matter known, so I'm not gonna go back into those. The General Mahamatra. What is this? What is this? I don't know what that is and I don't know where to find it. Okay.
I
Anywho.
will always.
By the way, something strange happened a few days ago.
Yeah.
A merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of a desert travel
Forgot about
kit.
that.
1,250,000 more.
Holy
I
shit.
didn't remember owing anyone more, especially not that kind of amount. So I arrested the merchant on charges of provocation and disturbing the peace.
Did you let Dory out?
Do you know anything about this?
Nope. Paimon has no idea what that could be.
Dory, is she in a prison somewhere? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. Oh shit, poor Dory, poor Dory. Guess we kind of brought that on us. We didn't let him know about that one. Oops. Alrighty, story quest number 3. Let's go. Nilou's to the Wise. Lotos Somno Chapter Act 1. The warm rhythm of the streets. Go to the Grand Bazaar. To prepare supplies for your adventure. You and Paimon come to the Grand Bazaar. What adventure? We don't really go anywhere. Really? I mean, we go all over the place, but like we don't plan ahead. I mean, hell, just look at Lunara and Tignari 2 seconds ago. They couldn't even like gather rations for one bloody night. And you think I'm preparing for an entire adventure? You're funny. Oh, I can't just cut through here. That is disappointing to say the least. Oh dear God. How do I get through? Of course I had to pick the highest teleportation point in the whole damn city. How the hell do I get here? This way. Let's never do that again. Nilou! Long time no see. Nice dance, by the way.
Nilou! It's nice to see you again! Oh, hey there, Traveler in Paimon.
Wait, didn't the theatre get closed down after the Samsara? Samsara, whatever.
Are you here for some shopping too? That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus Festival turned out to be a grand success. And so, the theater wants to host a celebration event.
Oh. The theatre still goes ahead? Okay.
Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time.
A celebration event?
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review.
I can see where he's coming from. But sometimes it's also just nice for something to be for fun.
But no one remembers that once the celebration starts.
This is true.
It's not like he can't also have some fun himself. We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks? Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone. Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
Nah, don't tell me you were planning to freeload. Into a gift box you go, Paimon. Bye-bye.
Hey! Paimon's gonna put you in a box first!
Like to see you find a box big enough.
It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
Speaking of, since we last met her in her dream, many more things have happened.
Is something up?
Apparently. I pity Dunyarzad can't also be here.
Yeah. But for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover.
100% agree.
I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door.
Ah.
The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said.
Can we get Dia to put in a good word for you?
All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up.
I mean, that was sweet of you.
She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater. It's all thanks to you and Nilou that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
I just didn't want her to have any regrets. She also helped us out a lot.
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath.
Aww.
Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all.
Dude, your dance. Oh my god. You did all the things.
Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event?
100% will be there. RSVP yes.
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time. What do you think, Traveler?
Sure, we have some time right now. That is the wrong attitude. Yeah, it sounds like fun.
All right, then let's head to the theater.
I mean,
Wait,
it's right there.
I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
What's it for?
Whoa, did you buy all of this, Nilou? Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much. That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
Decoration for the theater.
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time.
You know, if one didn't have context, they would think that you're a kleptomaniac.
I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time.
So this isn't even all of it?
Jeez, people really love her, don't they?
Are you sure?
The game's telling me I have to do it, so yes.
Of course! Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for her. Right, Traveler?
Yeah, I agree with the traveler here. Like you're helping Paimon.
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead.
It's okay. I'll survive.
Well, let's hurry up and grab the last few things, so we can get back to the theater.
To the wise. Started. Where's the stuff? Collect the purchased goods with Nilou. Obtained purchased goods. Oh, okay. I've already got it on me. Jut! Do you have some more goods on you?
Oh! Well, if it isn't Nilou.
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you still have any food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I've reserved some food for you in advance.
What a goddamn sweetheart.
Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
Please allow me to introduce them.
I've spoken to him before.
This is the Traveler, a very experienced adventurer. And this is Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper.
No. Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler! She introduced Paimon correctly!
Truly a most rare occurrence. She just introduced you as you are, Paimon. Yeah.
Don't underestimate Nilou. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time.
This guy is very switched on.
Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin?
Have we? I don't think so, but it sounds familiar.
What a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his.
Doesn't sound particularly pleasant as someone who's not a big meat eater, but sure, let's try it.
Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
But is it really just for the kids?
Yeah.
Don't you often follow them in too?
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod. Who doesn't enjoy some good food?
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Everyone enjoys piping hot tachin to get the butchered that.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
Typical Paimon. Is that why you have ridiculously, like, poofy bloomers? Is it to hide your bloated stomach from eating too much food?
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste.
It nearly doesn't have a waistline.
I baked a lot just now, and it's all
Oh, she
packaged
doesn't
and
that
ready
angle, I
for you
suppose.
to take back to the theater.
Previous angle, she didn't.
You made so much. Is it really okay to take them all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If
Okay.
anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory.
Okay, that's putting it on a little thick, but okay, we should pay you at least.
Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat?
Well, it's not really a treat, it's a service, and we probably should pay you for that, but okay.
Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
Okay. That's got a bit awkward, but okay.
I'm starting to understand how you got so many things.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way with words. And it's really hard to say no. Let's go to the next store.
Food. There. That's right, that does not look like rice and meat. That looks like a baked good with grubs inside it. Restores 28% of max HP to the selected character and regenerates 620 HP every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. That's a lot of HP. When you add it up, 5 seconds every 30 seconds. Yeah. A classic staple served in large quantities. Cooked rice is mixed with meat that was marinated in Oh wait, haven't we read this before? Because this is really revolting. I do recall this picture and I do recall this. Yeah. And yeah. Nah, this yogurt thing, surely I remember that. Sounds repulsive, but hey, if it floats your boat, good for you. It's just clearly not my jam. What's with the little flag? Jean's specialty. Is it because it's Jean's favourite food? I don't see any other flags though. That's just weird. Yeah, there are no other flags. Alright, weird. Who are we speaking with now? Afshin. I don't remember you, sir.
Nilou, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
I think they may find them particularly difficult to digest, but hey.
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Jude said that some sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh,
Okay, it looks like a sumpter beast will eat
really
anything.
Sorry about that. Nilou, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
What did she do?
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast
Oh dear.
is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
One that you were destined to lose.
So they really do eat anything,
Well, at least his do. At least they work after eating. The one thing that Paimon has in common with sumpter beasts.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things.
So they're like a dog and need a chew toy?
The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread.
I hope they are if they go near your sumpter beasts.
So even if a sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a full day.
That doesn't mean you want teeth marks and like sumpter beast slobber all over it. That's really gross.
You've tested this before?
Apparently.
But of course! How else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one time was an accident. I wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
His voice actor amuses me.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some, now's a good time. Buy 2 bolts and get 20% off.
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Traveler?
What do you need with that many bolts of fabric?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie?
Paimon, you've got to learn the basics of marketing.
I wouldn't go
Sales.
that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need.
Which is a sign of a very good salesperson.
Mr.
Very
Zubair
charismatic
gave me
human
a
being.
huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Vendors shouldn't use manipulative tactics. Well, no. I mean, it wasn't manipulative. It was kind of just selling. If you're stupid enough to fall for it, that's kind of your problem. He wasn't coercing you.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the sumpter. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom.
He's quite knowledgeable.
Our Nilou here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much.
See, Annie has a conscience. He's a good salesperson.
Anyway,
rare.
since then, I've come to realize two things. One, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And two, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
See? See? He's good at what he does, and he's learnt to how to be better, and he's adapting.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now.
Are you going to offer them at a discount rate?
Nilou, why don't you take them?
For free?
Huh? No. I
She
can't do
really
that.
does get free things shoved at her, doesn't she?
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me more to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods again? Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
Don't you just sell rugs? I don't need rugs. I don't have a home, and no, the sovereignty pot doesn't count.
Wow, even we get a share of this?
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
Is it like smuggled goods that the police are gonna find on me and accuse me of being a culprit? I feel very suspicious of these goods.
There's still one more store.
Purchase goods.
Are
Okay.
you alright holding on to that much stuff?
Yeah, I'm great.
Paimon,
Peachy.
why don't you lend a hand? She must be tired.
Oh, honey, the day that Paimon pitches in.
If Paimon were to
Yeah,
refuse,
see.
would you then think less of Paimon than even a sumpter beast?
No response. Huxiang! You are Lewin by the sounds of it.
About time, Nilou. Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Hey, this dude's a porter. Why can't he carry your goods, Nilou? Pay him for his service.
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before. Ah, weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
Ooh, do you lads have love interests?
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath.
This guy's weird.
I really think
Not in a
we
bad
should wear
way.
some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
It's beautiful. Did you make it?
Oh my word.
Farhad did most of the work.
Oh
what
my
a
word.
surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
I'm somewhat terrified right now.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I didn't say anything about your side hobby. I was just talking about you wearing it.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you.
Although it kind of blends in with Farhad's hair a little more. Husang, however. Oh, he looks hilarious.
All right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
I think my main problem is these bits. These bits that just stick out of nowhere. I don't think I would have had nearly as much of a problem with it if it weren't for these sticky outy bits. Yeah, it's the sticky outy bits, I think. Looks fine on the Traveler, but not on Nilou.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest.
That's good. Compliment her so that she doesn't feel bad.
Fascinating.
Oh.
That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some.
See, he's porter. You should just hire his services, Nilou.
I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great! Please and thank you.
You weren't helping, Paimon. Weren't you going to help out after all the free food and materials?
But we have a pro now.
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
You're so obvious that even Nilou saw right through you.
Shut it. Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my strength has its limits.
What you looking like
Paimon
that
looks
for,
like she doesn't
Paimon?
want to, so I'll carry a little extra.
Oh my god.
Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular.
I mean, that's fine, you're a dancer, I don't care. This is not very good parenting, Nilou. Just because the child is throwing a tantrum doesn't mean you cave in to its demands. It needs to pitch in if it wants to be part of the family.
Strength and balance are both really important for a dancer.
No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things.
Gee, don't sound so begrudging while you're at it, Paimon.
The traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload.
Oh, is the message finally starting to sink in? About bloody time. Feel burdened, Paimon. She's dying.
Can't fly anymore.
Are you okay, Paimon?
Don't cater to her whiting.
But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch.
That's it.